Plays Akor Adams alongside Victor Osimhen, who's suddenly come alive in the qualifying campaign. 101st international match for the man who put them into this game, Chancellor Mbemba. 89 minutes on the pitch. There he is on the right-hand side of you. He comes and shakes hands with Wilfred Ndidi, the defensive midfielder for Nigeria, based in Turkey. Jalal Jayad is our referee this evening. He was in charge of Nigeria's 2-0 win over Rwanda back in March. Mustafa Akhad and Zakaria Brinzi are two assistants he knows well. Lalu Baram from Algeria is our VAR, with Hatem Gira from Tunisia. Congo, though, do make a couple of changes. Arthur Musaka comes into the defence alongside Tuanzebe and the man who celebrated recently his 100th cap, Mbemba, in the three-man back line. Ngil Muko comes into the midfield alongside Samuel Mutasami, whilst Theo Bogonda is alongside Cedric Bakambu again, and Sadiri and Babuku will be trying to pull the strings in an attacking sense as well. Nigeria have scored 10 games in the last 3 matches, after 9 games scored in the first 8 of World Cup qualifying. Now they come up against one of the best sides defensively in the competition. It all comes down to this: 90 minutes or more to decide who will go to the Inter-Confederation playoffs next March. Nigeria or Democratic Republic of Congo. It is that clear after 260 matches in African qualifying. One more to decide who will go on to stay in World Cup contention. Well, both of these games in the semi-finals started off relatively cagily. No goals from either of them in the first half, as the tension and the nerves set in. It wasn't until the 78th minute of Nigeria's game that they finally breached the Gabonese defence. However, they didn't win it with that goal. Michael Adams with his second of the qualifying campaign. He found his goal cancelled out by Mario Lemina's deflected shot in the last minute of the 90. And it wasn't until Chidera Ijuke scored in the 97th minute, that's 7 minutes into extra time, set up by Wilfred Ndidi, the captain, that Nigeria finally managed to assert themselves, following it up 5 minutes later with 2 goals from Victor Osimhen. And the encouraging thing as well for Eric Schell, who has transformed the fortunes of this Nigeria side. He's the first ever non-Nigerian African to coach Nigeria. Sébastien Desabre, the Frenchman in charge of Democratic Republic of Congo, has done a similar job for them. Of course, all that will be for nothing if they fall here. Mutasami, chest out. Former Nantes man in midfield. He spent a lot of time in the central defence in the last game. The man who now plays in Greece. Will be trying to keep and shield the back 5 from the advancing Nigerian forwards, who have discovered their mojo again in the last 2 or 3 games after some real problems through the group stage. Zaidu, and the first shot goes in! Deflected! 78 minutes they had to wait in the semi-final. Barely 3 minutes in the final itself. The perfect start for Eric Chell's men. And Frank Onyeka, who came in for Akel Adams, who scored the goal, the opener in the last game, comes in and scores the opener here. Not dealt with in the middle. And you can see there, I think it's Axel Tuanzebe who is unfortunately sticks his leg out and takes it past the goalkeeper. Well, we're in for a good night now. Now that we've got a goal here, it's going to really change things. Congolese trying to come forward immediately. Decent ball in with that, and Wan-Bissaka involved early on. Shot with the ball in. Here's Wan-Bissaka again. Had a really good game, did the West Ham United man in the semi-final on his right-hand side of defence. Spent an awful lot of time driving forward. It's Elia Meshak. One of the changes in the side today. Indeed, he wasn't in the matchday squad for the semi-final. Coming for Joris Kiyembe. And there's another change as well, with Mario Sterkens has come into the matchday squad again and is on the bench. 5 minutes gone. Nigeria 1, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. Not the start that they were looking for. Oof. Well, Osman was all over the back there of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and was already wearing that mask because of a previous head injury. Didn't stop him ripping it off in celebration, and his shirt as well, when he got the first of his 2 goals in extra time of the semi-final. He got booked for the first one, so remembered not to take it off the second time, otherwise he would have ended up being sent off. He was complaining about the challenge. I'm not sure there was really anything untoward in that. Off we go again then. Ngale Labuko, the Lille midfielder. Square by Tuanzebe. Throw in then to the team in blue. Mabuku. Montpellier man has fed that off, in fact, and it'll be a goal kick then to Nigeria. Importantly, the Nigeria just cement their place. The euphoria of going in front are never more vulnerable than when that happens. You've got to make sure that the celebration ends and you refocus on the job in hand. Benjamin Frederick, 20-year-old defender who works in Denda. Ozyman, the referee quite happy for play to continue despite there are Nigerian on the deck. Ndidi, the captain. Challenged by Arthur Masaka, one of the changes in the Democratic Republic of Congo side, a man who plays for Sunderland, who are doing so well in the Premier League at the moment. Masaka on as a substitute in the last game. Centre-back joining Tuanzebe and Mbemba for this game. Bakambu, under a few chances in the semi-final. Zaidu, another chance again, or it's a real shank from outside the area. The shot comes in from the captain, Wilfred Ndidi. Yet to score himself in this qualifying campaign, although he has set up a goal. Of course, his job is as a defensive midfielder rather than a creative one. Besiktas man is a real solid rock for his team. Forward there by Meshak. Picked up by Samir Jay, the one who's come into the side today. In for Asai Samuel. Saka trying to make his way down that right-hand side, but being well marked out of it. Square by Ndidi. It's not the best ball, and Johnny will have to go back and start again. Well, the opener against Gabon was a real gift. A poor pass across the penalty area and was pounced upon by Akor Adams. Was more the result of good play to set up the shot, but then a real accident in defence. Goalkeeper would have probably got there otherwise. Finally, here comes Democratic Republic of Congo. Elia Mashak has been corralled in the corner, but he's going to get the decision. (28-year-old) forward is Meshak Elia. Made his name at Young Boys in Switzerland, went and spent 6 months on loan at Nantes, is now at Allianz Sport. And made the move in the summer on a permanent basis. Corner kick to Democratic Republic of Congo. The keeper has rather spooned that away, and he's lucky that that wasn't put away. Just didn't get hold of that at all, and Muko couldn't keep it down. The man from Lille unable to come up with his third goal of the season in this competition. Eric Shelseidou still in the lead, heading into the second 10-minute period of this first half. Osimhen just couldn't get the ball to stop bouncing enough. That's dangerous though from the men in blue, and Osimhen nearly managed to close down the keeper, Lionel Mpassi. He was born in the suburb of Paris to Congolese parents and came through the Paris Saint-Germain academy. It's taken over from Dimitri Bertel in goal for the second half of this campaign. Corner kick then to the Super Eagles. Nigeria looking for a second goal to make it a cushion. Slightly overhit corner though. And that ball drifts all the way behind for a a goal kick. Congo had to absorb an awful lot of pressure from Cameroon in their semi-final. Mboimo had a few chances to. It's a good ball forward. However, it is intercepted well by Calvin Bassey. Fulham teammate of Alex Iwobi in England, who's also in the side today for Nigeria. Playing with fire again. He did a bit of this against Cameroon as well. Zaidu then ready for the throw-in. There's a man looking for it. Coming up against Chancellor Mbemba, the Centurion, a national hero for the Democratic Republic of Congo, especially after that goal, but even before. Headed forward by Ndidi. There's an offside though on the far side that will bring to a halt Nigeria's ambitions coming forward there. Down goes Nathaniel Mbuku from the challenge by Benjamin Frederick. Just putting his shoulder on the Montpellier left winger and bringing him down. 15 minutes gone, Nigeria 1, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. Nigeria with half a foot into the Interconfederation playoffs. And as they found out against Gabon, a 1-0 lead doesn't count for much. They only really put that tie away in extra time. And they did it with real confidence as well. When Victor Osimhen is on song, Nigeria generally are. Here comes Elia Wan-Bissaka. It was building up nicely there, but it might still do that. Elia's got it back again. No, it's not really near the goal. Wan-Bissaka will keep it in, keep up the pressure. Comes out by Mutasami. That's a decent ball. Just a little bit too high though. Top of Osimhen's head, and it'll be picked up by Tuanzebe. And feeds it forward into the path of Masuaka, who come forward from the centre of defence. And that will be a free kick to Democratic Republic of Congo, which is as far forward as we've really seen them. It's great work by Arthur Masuaka, the Sunderland central defender. Down by Benjamin Frederick. The Belgian plays central defender for Nigeria, and now there's a job on here for Stanley Wambali. Easily out by Osimhen. Free kick given. Disappointing end to a promising set piece for Congo DR. Tuanzebe there racing back. He's 28 years old. This is still only his 6th appearance though for his country, and he was based at Burnley in England, coming up against a few Premier League rivals on the international level, including Iwobi and Yeka, and of course Bassi at the back. Even Chukwueze, the third Fulham player in the starting 11 tonight for the Super Eagles. Lookman, former RB Leipzig man, now at Atalanta in Italy. Should have a slightly more attacking role tonight, with Akor Adams not in the starting 11. They're working well here, Nigeria. The passing is smooth and they're putting things together nicely. You can see they're a confident side now. Zaidu once again trying to come down this left flank. Iwobi sends it back out to the Porto man. Good ball inside. There's a chance here. And there still is. From distance, that wasn't quite how we thought the shot was going to come in. Coming up to 20 minutes then, Nigeria getting just the start they wanted. Took them 78 minutes against Gabon, it's taken them 3 minutes here against the Democratic Republic of Congo. They lead 1-0. But it's the men in blue who are on the attack at the moment. The Leopards tried to pounce, and at the moment their claws have been unsharpened by the Super Eagles. Now then, can they come here with Elia? Elia trying to find a good ball in. There was a promising position in the middle by Nathaniel Mbuku, but unfortunately for him, the wide back couldn't find him. He wants a corner, which he is going to get. Whilst Nigeria have had goals aplenty in recent games, Democratic Republic of Congo have rather dried up somewhat, and there's a good example of it. Poor ball in. And for Masuaka, the centre-back, in charge of the set piece, but it didn't work out at all. Far too close to the goalkeeper, and a comfortable catch for Stanley Wembali. Onyeka with his second goal for Nigeria, has them in front at the moment and looking forward to the Inter-Confederation playoffs next spring. Backwards from Samuel Mutasami. The Republic of Congo just need to keep their head down here. Keep coming, it's only 1-0. And they're persisting trying to get down that left-hand side, but they haven't had an awful lot of joy so far in this first half. And Martin Masuaka is the latest to try it and get stuck. He's comfortable on the left-hand side. He can just as easily play at left midfield as he can at centre-back. The 32-year-old English-based player. He's yet to be involved in a goal, though. in this World Cup qualifying campaign. Wan-Bissaka forward. Again, it's loose play, long ball stuff that Nigeria will be quite happy to just lap up. That's not great though. They're going to get themselves into trouble if they start playing balls like that square. Muko came on and made a difference off the bench against Cameroon. However, he's given the ball here, and all of a sudden this is danger now for the Democratic Republic of Congo, but Nigeria make a mess of setting things up in the middle. Victor Osimhen lashing out at Ademola Lookman for that lack of killer ball into the box. Iwobi. Nice interchange. The former Arsenal man now trying to send that ball forward, but intercepted. And again, Osimhen is doing his nut down there. Well, he such a barren run. And all of a sudden, he seems to have rediscovered his form. A hat-trick against Benin in the final group game. And then 2 more goals in extra time of the semi-final against Gabon, and everything seemed to be going well. Let's not forget, though, that he might not have needed to have scored those goals in extra time had he taken that chance that came right at the end of the 90 minutes that he somehow managed to spoon wide. Nobody was more relieved than him when Nigeria came through and won in the extra half an hour. Disappointment though for Gabon. They are the only team in the semi-finals who've never been to a World Cup. Nigeria have a proud history in the competition. And now it's Eric Schell's job to try and put them back up there. They had 3 coaches through 2024. Likes of Jose Peseiro and Finidi George, Augustine Eguven, before Eric Schell finally took over. Even Jose Peseiro came back and was there for the Africa Cup of Nations. As group winners, 1 defeat through the whole competition, and yet, like Nigeria, who also only lost once, only good enough for 2nd place. Of course, in Nigeria's case, the draws got in the way as well. Only the 1 draw for the Democratic Republic of Congo. Congo DR then have a corner kick, which is taking a while to be taken because the referee's having a word with Mbemba and Onyeka. In comes the corner now. It's a great ball. Well defended. Tuanzebe went up there for the header. Hasn't scored or been involved in a goal in the qualifying campaign. The Burnley man. You wouldn't think his team were 1-0 up, would you? Look of thunder from Mr. Schell. There's a man looking forward, and he might get it. The referee, though, has seen a foot up by the Nigerian striker. Wan-Bissaka, the man who stuck his head in. Let's see how. Oh, yes. Can't really justify that. I think Victor Osimhen, who made his name with Lille, scoring a hatful of goals in Ligue 1. A series of centre-forwards were brought up by Lost over the period, and all of them scored goals in the north of France. Jonathan David coming in after him, the Canadian. Of course, we'll see him at the World Cup if he's fit, because Canada, one of the hosts. First time the World Cup will have been hosted in 3 different countries. United States of America and Mexico, the others. Lookman. Again, he can't get the ball in. And again, the shoulders drop of Osimhen in the middle. Elliott is brought down by Samuel Chukwueze. 50 caps now for him. 26 years old. No goals, but 4 assists in the qualifying campaign for side. Again, they look long. Follow-up ball by Wan-Bissaka. Mutasami. Square by Mbuku. And it will come in from Masuaka. No, it won't. Well defended again. This time Lookman coming back and getting involved, and Benjamin Frederick backing him up. Half an hour gone. Nigeria 1, Democratic Republic of Congo 0. Nigeria controlling the game well. There's Ndidi, man in the middle. Set up one of the goals in the 4-1 win over Gabon. Here comes Osimhen again for Nigeria, looking for the second goal. It's a not bad ball in, looking for Lookman, didn't really get hold of it. And it allowed the goalkeeper, Lionel Mpassi, to come and smother it. Now they're in front, of course. Nigeria can use the counter-attack, soak up the pressure and then hit. Tactic that will probably become more and more prevalent the further into the game we go, if it stays the same scoreline, as the Democratic Republic of Congo are forced to get more ambitious. Ndidi. Bassi. Will be getting caught in possession, and they might struggle here. Bakambu now. Haven't really seen him on the ball in the game so far. Bakambu, great ball into the middle, and there is the equaliser. Right on cue. Meshak Elliott. His second goal of the qualifying campaign is a big one. Well, Iwobi got caught in possession, and that sprang the counter. Great transition play. It's a brilliant ball in. And Ndidi couldn't control it and just put it on a plate. And the Democratic Republic of Congo are back in it just after the half hour. They're a team who have usually gone in front in the campaign, but they had to come back here, and they have shown the character to do so. Nigeria 1, Democratic Republic of Congo 2. 1 as well. And now we have a game. Both sides feeling the confidence of recent wins. Different ways they've achieved them, perhaps. Bakambu again. Third assist of the campaign for the Real Betis centre forward. Involved in 7 goals now through this qualifying campaign. He might have scored himself in the semi-final, but for a brilliant save by Andre Onana in the Cameroonian goal. Here, though, providing the ammunition for a teammate. There's a great atmosphere around the stadium. There's a buzz. The World Cup feels real now. We are at the sharp end of many of the qualifying campaigns around the world. This is the 261st game of African qualifying. A playoff to play on, and that will be a goal kick, much to the disappointment of Ademola Lookman. He's only been involved in 1 goal in the qualifying campaign. Really good defending by Tuanzebe. Just refused to sell himself there and just stayed upright. Lookman made the decision. And it was Lookman who buckled. Well, they have a habit of conceding 1 goal to Nigeria in this World Cup qualifying campaign. Indeed, they only actually conceded more than once in 1 game. That was against Benin, the only game they lost. It was in June last year, and Nigeria getting themselves into a spot of bother. Stanley Wabali called to make a very hurried clearance. Goes Osimhen. Pretty loose in midfield in this game. All the time, Democratic Republic of Congo been going over the top of midfield, missing it completely. Elliott just making sure that Nigeria is taken from the right place. In comes the free kick. Too many blue shirts there. However, Osimhen can get something on it, and they'll get a corner from it. Tough angle, to be fair. Osimhen goes into the middle then. The corner kick comes in, is looking for where he is. Oh, it was Lookman who managed to get something on it. Calvin Bassey was also milling around. And now all of a sudden it's Democratic Republic of Congo looking for the break out of defence. A little bit obvious from Meshak Elliott. Went down rather easily in that battle with Benjamin Frederick. He's on loan in Belgium this season. Is the 20-year-old central defender at Denda. On loan there from Brentford reserves. So this is a good shot window for him. It's also potential to get himself into a World Cup squad as well. Inside comes Zaidu. Rdc. Through there. Well, for all those draws at the beginning of the campaign, a few wins now coming through. Unbeaten now in 7. They've won 5 of those 7 as well since they lost against Benin. Ndidi. Chukwueze. When you're unable to craft a way through. It wasn't that long ago that he was injured. Missed a few games for Fulham in the Premier League as a result. And you really think that should be theirs. The assistant did not agree with him. Republic again, they are persisting with that attempt to try to take on Benjamin Frederick down that left-hand side. Right-hand side for Frederick as he defends it, but there's 4 minutes to go until the break, and we're still level here in the African playoff final. It's been a half that started off slowly but has been gaining in momentum the more it's gone on. Back by Mutasami. Good work though by Zaidu. And he's got the free kick as well for the foul by Nathaniel